Through me, justice is served.
Cyno was a character that was first briefly shown 3 years before his release, and you would have thought that they could have at least made him decent to play, but they couldn't even do that properly. I mean, they didn't even want to give my guy any shoes. Cyno would defo rock Air Forces in my eyes. He came out as a hot piling mess and is actually the character I regret pulling the most in all of Genshin, and I'll tell you why this is. And if you want to know the other characters I regret pulling, then let me know down below and I'll make a video on that. My initial impression of Cyno on his first ever banner was that he was a really fun Zhao Razor mix, so I pulled for him. But what he did do was take one of Zhao's issues. His burst is too damn long. Nobody can even apply buffs or dendro for the lengthy 18-second duration, even if your supports have zero uptime, as guess what? When you switch off Cyno, you lose your burst and are left with an awkwardly long cooldown if you switch off early, making you feel forced to stay on but ultimately losing DPS. Eventually, Nahida came around, who I really expected to fix Cyno given the fact that she can last for the entire duration of Cyno's burst with her dendro application, but then arises another issue. If you defeat a wave of enemies, or any enemies that spawn after you're locked into Cyno's burst, you cannot apply dendro to them, almost leaving you with the same issue as before anyway. You're telling me that not even the dendro Archon could fix the issues? At that point, it's like, what dendro applicator can even solve Cyno's issues? And honestly, I'm really hoping that Baizu can. The next part is I felt like Cyno, on top of all these issues, didn't even feel so strong in comparison to a quicksop Kaching, where you could easily keep all your buffs for every rotation, or playing Cyno endlessly slashing away with your burst until it ends. It just didn't really feel comfortable and not as fun. I did play both of them on this Abyss Floor 12 to give Cyno another try, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I had to restart the Cyno chambers, whereas every time I ran Kaching it felt way smoother and I could literally do it on my first time clearing. I know I have less playtime in Cyno, but I barely use Kaching either, and honestly, since I first got him, he has always been the only 5-star that made me want to tear my brains out and smash my monitor when using him in Abyss. Literally every other 5-star I have played has always felt better in Abyss than Cyno, even Dia. I'm hoping that Baizu's dendro application will be good enough to help out Cyno, but as I said earlier, we're gonna have to wait and see. Just gotta keep praying for the best really, that this character won't be left in this broken, miserable state. There are a lot of people that vouch for Cyno, and I can see why. He's an amazing character in the story anyway. He looks pretty cool and has a unique personality. In my 2 runs, Cyno was literally only about 5 seconds faster. Honestly, if my Kaching had equal investment to Cyno, like an R5 Black Sword like Cyno's R5 Deathmatch and the same 8-8 talents, I actually see Kaching clearing faster than Cyno does, which is insane. He's a limited 5-star. You can't tell me that that small fraction of an improvement is better than just using Kaching. Hey, that's just my opinion. He just doesn't come up to scratch with Kaching, and more so Raiden in my eyes. I mean, even Yai, I enjoy playing her, surprisingly enough, more than I enjoyed playing Cyno. But like I said, this is just my opinion, and just because I don't enjoy Cyno doesn't mean you don't need to enjoy him either. You know, I just highly wouldn't recommend him. Especially when there are so many other DPS and so many other Electro characters which just feel way better. You could say I'm a bit late on this since his rerun's already passed, but like every single time I see Cyno in my account, this thought comes back to my head, so I just had to make the video anyway. That is going to be the end of the video, and if you did enjoy, I hope you leave a like and subscribe and stay around for future videos. And avoid him if you can. With that being said, in a bit.